The EU is leading the action to reduce emissions for many years now. The EU decision makers agreed in October last year a domestic 2030 greenhouse gas reduction target of at least 40% compared to 1990. There are concerns legitimate in the business community how this attempt to adjust to the challenges of the climate change may affect the growth, the business interest. What will be the impact of all the ambitious climate action on the economy, on jobs, growth, economic performance, on our industries in general? Will climate change policy ultimately be a burden, harm international competitiveness? Can we afford to be an environmentally ambitious, sustainable? Valid questions. Once again, like the EU, Japan needs to play a strong leadership role in the international climate change negotiation. To be an example, Japan should not miss the economic opportunities also for the climate and energy policies and creating additional potential for the job creation, for innovation. Greening the economy could become the decisive fourth arrow for the Abenomics.
For some time, effort on energy consumption was believed as to be a brake for growth and undermining growth. And now we are at a point where there's a whole green economy, I would say, which is developing, which leads to the fact that efforts on reduction can be also a factor of growth, a new type of growth.
Some see these needed changes as extra costs, others see them as an opportunity. And I will argue that it's not only an opportunity, but it's an opportunity that Japan is especially well suited to take advantage of.
Japan is in strong position to develop renewable energy. Japan is a world leader in energy storage technologies, such as high-capacity batteries and hydrogen. Japan has embarked on a reform of its electricity market. If pursued vigorously, it will, I'm certain, yield similar results to those experienced in Sweden.
German business has a share in the global production of 5%. Our share of green technology in the global production has a share of 14%, which shows that green production, fossil-free energy transition is not only a chance for individual businesses, but also for the national economy itself.
I think there was a period a few years ago when Japan was clearly a policy leader globally on this issue. And I think it's fair to say that over the last couple of years, for some good reasons and for some less good reasons, Japan's leadership has been a little less significant. And I think if one looks at, for example, the role of China and the United States in the last few months, that's become a very significant impulse to a successful conference in Paris.
There was also a clear message that tackling climate change is a great business opportunity for Japan in many ways. Japan is a sophisticated economy. It also has experience in urban concentration, and therefore it can greatly contribute in the fight against climate change.
We truly believe that there is no alternative for businesses. So or a business in the future will be sustainable or will become irrelevant for the society, because the consumer and also the society will make this business irrelevant.
We have to provide more energy and at the same time do that with much less CO2. In order to be able to do that, not just for the energy companies, but for the world, we believe there's a strong collaboration necessary between governments and companies and knowledge institutions and civil society as well.
今、8社の企業でジャパン CLP という、集まりを作りました。その中で、提言を、出させていただきました。中に、2つは政府に対する提言で、もう1つは企業に対してですけれども、政府に対する提言として、1つ目に、日本は意味のある目標を、早く出してほしい。
Japan has a lot of the environment friendly technology and also kind of the energy saving know-how, and Japan can contribute for the other emerging country through the transfer for such a technology or the know-how.
I truly hope that more positive action is coming from Japanese industries, policymakers, and consumers for that.
I'm happy to see how much the businesses represented here, European and Japanese businesses, global, experienced companies, they have very much shown awareness of the major challenges which are indeed embodied in the framework of the way in which the governments are handling these challenges and also the solutions to be found to work together with the industries. Thank you.